Hi everybody, this is Renee, Mccombs, coming to you live from Fort Myers, Florida, and today I want to share a little bit about my childhood and growing up. So stay tuned. Hi everybody, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here with me. I'm going to start off by sharing a funny story from my childhood with you, and then I'm going to go into a little bit about me growing up with my mom and dad. My uncle, well, let me start it this way. First of all, I was the oldest grandchild on my father's side. My uncle, who was a stinker, and is still a stinker, being the oldest grandchild, decided to have me taste some really, really hot horseradish, and because he wanted to make me cry. So my mom was sitting there watching the whole thing, you know, monitoring it, and he gave me the horseradish, and I sat there, and my mom told me this shit later. I was 2 years old when this happened, but I yanked on his shirt. And I asked my uncle, I'm like, can I have more? Can I have more? And he just started cracking up, and my mom came over and she gave me a big hug, and she told me, she was like, good girl, like, you got him back. Like, I was bound and determined that I was not going to cry, and I was going to love that horseradish, and that was it too. My mom was a stay-at-home mom who devoted all of her time to raising my sister and I. And she supported everything that we did, whether we were young or teenagers, growing up. All of the time, my mother supported our thoughts, ideas, you know, unless we went off the path a little bit, she put us back on the path. She supported anything that we wanted to do because she wanted us to be us. She raised us to be independent. That's just how it was. My father, a very hard worker who can do absolutely anything, is a big procrastinator. And Mark Hofferson's $8 Million Day course really showed me that I can do some procrastinating when I want, and I know where I get it. But anyway, that's all besides the point. My father, like I said, who can do anything, worked for a company for many, many years, and he was offered many promotions. After promotion, after promotion, after promotion, he declined them all. And to me, in my head and my brain and my mind, and I asked him, I'm like, Dad, why are you not taking the promotions? I don't understand. He said, because Renee, we're okay. I'm like, we're okay? I'm like, that's great, we're okay. I mean, I came from, they gave us unconditional love, support, but I just didn't get, I'm just okay. And I'm like, you don't want the promotion? You don't want to make more money? He's like, no, I'm okay. So that's somewhere, I'm a lot like my father, and I was a lot like my mother. Like, you know, a mix of both, like everyone. But that's where my father and I disagree and had our differences. And it took a long, long time for him to really support all my ideas and thoughts and everything like that. So when I decided to become an entrepreneur, it took him a little while, let's put it that way, to get used to the idea. But I have his full support now, and he's like, Renee, you need to do what makes you happy. Maybe that was his way of doing what made him happy, because he didn't want the added extra stress and things like that. But he realizes now, he didn't understand, how can you work from home and make money and do all of this? But he understands that I am an entrepreneur. He completely, fully supports me and wants me to be happy. And that's the way that I grew up. My parents wanted us to be happy. They wanted us to be happy. So whether it was, you know, I was tap dancing, I had to be the best tap dancer besides the daughter's owner. Whether I was playing field hockey, I knew in, 7th grade that I was going to be on varsity when I was a sophomore, and I was, and a captain when I was a senior, and I even made a hat trick. Woo! Anyway, so there's just a little bit about my childhood that I wanted to share, because you get inspirations from both of your parents, and they both inspired me in different ways. My father was such a perfectionist, and that is some of the reason why I do think that I procrastinate sometimes. Why it held me back, because I was afraid to make a mistake. Well, you can't get through life without making mistakes. Mistakes are okay, because as you make mistakes, just as long as you learn from them, we call them stepping stones, not mistakes. And my mother gave the unconditional love and support to do and follow our dreams. I remember growing up, being little, telling my mom that I wanted to be a speaker, and I will be a speaker. I will be a motivational speaker someday. I want to write a book. I will have that book finished. That I wanted to do so many things, and she was always so excited. And I said that over and over and over and over again. And all of my dreams are turning into a reality. And it's when you think that you can achieve it and start believing that you can achieve it, that's when you achieve it. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. This is Renee Mccombs signing off live from Fort Myers, Florida. Everybody, make it a great day. Mwah. Much love.